I'm out here in, is this running? Yeah. I'm out here in California. I'm in Hacienda Heights. And this is the Hacienda Heights Seventh-day Adventist Church. It's been here, I guess, well, I'm going to say mid-60s. My dad helped build this church, Ralph Martinet. And we went here. We used to rent a church down on Hacienda before they built this one. I don't know if our first pastor was Harbor or Nickum. I think it was Harbor and then Nickum. Those were the pastors my dad remembered. And we had some great families that came to this church in the mid-60s, late 60s, early 70s. The ones that I remember most would be Elder Branna, who could pray like he was talking to God Almighty. These people are all long past. They're all resting, and they're all going to come up in the resurrection. Nobody could pray like Elder Branna did. He moved the whole congregation, and he had a son with special needs, and his wife wasn't a believer. And so I imagine there were a lot of lonely times for this godly man coming here. He had another son, Kenny, who was my friend. And we had some great families. The ones that I remember would be the Olmos family. I think they lived in La Puente. These are just good Seventh-day Adventist, salt of the earth people. The Olmos family, the Deckers, John Decker, Mr. Decker, Elder Decker, the Hanchets. We used to meet in that little building over there for, I don't know, a young adult. And Ivan and Daryl would play their guitars and lead in song. And then there was the Moorvilles family. I remember the Moorvilles. There was the Stricklands. There was, who else? Martinets, or whatever you prefer, I don't care. My mom and dad. My dad was, I don't think he was an elder, I know he was a deacon. The Waymans. Mr. Wayman was a good guy. I wasn't real good friends with because I went to a different school. I wasn't real close with any of the sons. They went to San Gabriel, I was at East Valley. But when I went to San Gabriel, I conquered everything, of course, because I was the best athlete that school had ever seen. Even when I went to La Sierra, I was the best athlete. I could throw a football as far as Harry Schneider could. So if you're listening to this, that's just the facts. I'm sorry. I could throw a football almost 60 yards. And we measured it one time. The best athlete at La Sierra that ever went there during my time was Greg DeBalian, who was my friend's brother. They were from Boston. But you had to be kind of in the clique at Loma Linda, into their La Sierra little clique, to be a captain or to be a quarterback, because it was all home. They were all home guys. They had the coaches. Their dads were coaches. Coach Schneider, all these guys. But that's why Greg never got the recognition he deserved. He was at a public high school in Boston. He was a good athlete. That guy could throw a football about 65 yards. He was fast, but he never got any recognition. That's just the way it is. But this church has been here since, like I said, the mid-60s, I want to say. And a lot of memories, so many. They're all gone. That's a whole generation that's, my parents' generation. Very few are left. We're up next. We're up to bat. We're on deck, I say. I used to tell my mom, we're on deck after you're gone. And the good news is, of course, that we believe in the resurrection. That's an important doctrine, especially for end times. Because Spiritism is, people are thinking they see Mary and thinking they see commune with whoever, praying to people, and that's not biblical. In fact, God says only He's immortal. When you die, you die. You're asleep until you come up to glory, or you come up to be judged. And then the Sabbath is a very important end time doctrine. But I thought I'd stop by and give you guys a little tour here of Hacienda Heights, California. I'm out here. I have Facebook friends and YouTube people that watch these things I do, and it's kind of a journal. There's a beautiful. Hacienda Heights is a very, very nice, attractive city. It has hills, and rich people live up there. Dr. Brown used to live up in Hacienda Heights. Tom Brown's dad. He was a. I think they went to Temple City, but then Dr. Brown started coming here, and his son Tom was a friend of mine in high school, and another good friend of my friends, Mike Haniotis, and I think I know he's an orthopedic surgeon now. He was at Loma Linda when I was there, always studying, always in his room. Smart guy, good guy, and so. This is Hacienda Heights Seventh-day Adventist Church, and I got a lot of good memories here. I had my dad's funeral right in that building there. That was built later, the one on the far left, when he died in '08. But these are the same rooms right here. My mom used to teach cradle roll, and she always loved kids. My mom took care of foster children. I found her little book written in her own handwriting in one of her drawers next to her bed a few months ago, and it was notes that she wrote about the little foster children she took care of, adopted, the date like 1965, adopted, little whatever, and she just loved babies. That's the way my mom was, and so I'm out here on my motorcycle because I had a flat last time and I want to get my confidence back. It came up to 57 good, no problems, no wobble. That's what I was afraid of. Mechanics work on it, did they do a good job? You don't want your chain coming off or your wheel coming off going 80 on the freeway here. So anyway, this is Hacienda Heights Seventh-day Adventist Church. It's been here for 65, 75, 85, 95, 05, 15, 50, over 55 years about. Sounds about right. Can't think of any other families. There were a lot of good people that came here. The Clarks. Van Clark was a good guy. I always liked Van Clark. He was a nice guy. All right. Talk to you later. I got to get on this thing and scoot on back to Orange County. Bye.